You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back. Rudrance for Black and White Sports. We're going to talk about NFL legend, NFL safety, damn good one, Miami Hurricane, a Raven. I think he even played for the Houston Texans for like this long. Ed Reed, because he went on an epic tirade involving a historically black college, he decided to try to follow in the footsteps of one primetime Deion Sanders. Of course, Deion went down and coached Jackson State, and he did a lot for that school. Put that school not only on the map, but thrust the school into the spotlight. He did a lot of good for that school. Make no mistake. And then, of course, Deion parlayed that over into a Power 5 job, University of Colorado. And I do believe that the next step for Prime will be yet another school at some point. Eventually, he's going to want to go to the NFL, I believe. So does Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones believes that's where Deion is headed, and shit, Jerry should know. Well, Ed Reed showed up for his job and lost his mind, lost his ever-loving mind. And by the time it was said and done, he went on an expletive-filled rant, and then he apologized, and then he said primetime Deion Sanders was right about some things involving some of these historically black schools and colleges. So let's get to this. I got SI and I got 24/7 Sports. Ed Reed goes on, man, he goes on a tirade of the century. Let's just go down here and we'll listen to the tirade, and then we'll just get to some of the apologies involved in some of his words after the fact.
Been mutting and showing shit. I chose not to, but now I'm out here walking with the football team, picking up trash.
Oh.
But I'm mutting us. Man, get out of here, man. I should leave. I'm not even under contract doing this. I'm mutting us? Man, get out of here, man. They mutt me. These motherfuckers ain't even clean my goddamn office when I got here. I'm mutting y'all? Get your ass, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. All this shit here was trash in front of me. Who you think got this shit cleared out? That building right there got trash in it. It's fucking trash. What are you talking about? Need no goddamn donors to come out and help out, because people just want money. That's why I don't fuck with social network.
Woo! So he goes off. He loses it, right? Absolutely loses it. And then he comes back, and of course he issues sort of an apology, but he says some other things that are kind of interesting. In regards to my social media comments about the university staff and other institutions, I would like to sincerely apologize to all BCU staff, students, and alumni for my lack of professionalism. My language and tone were unacceptable as a father, a coach, and a leader. Last I checked, you talk just like my father, most coaches I know, and a lot of good leaders. So I'm just throwing that out there, Ed Reed. All right, so you had some language. They'll build a bridge and either get over it or they won't. My passion for our culture betterment and bringing our foundation up got the best of me, and I felt victim while engaging with antagonist on social media as well. I fully am aware of hardworking folks at our school who are also fighting to make things better and more financially sound. I am encouraged for my communication with the AD, our administration, and understand it's work in progress. My passion is about getting and doing better, and that goes for me too. Yeah, I mean, I don't see an excuse for a bunch of trash being out there, or you've got Ed Reed, an NFL legend that's agreed to come in and coach. The least you could do is find somebody that could clean the dude's office. But you got to give him some credit for doing it himself, or getting in there and trying to do it anyway. Ed Reed apologized for an expletive rant in which he criticized the on-campus conditions at Bethune Cookman and that of other HBCUs. And that is the statement I just read. Reed, in a live stream posted by recently hired Bethune Cookman coach, was seen ranting about the amount of trash he encountered on the campus and within the football facilities. Reed in the rant also claimed his office was not cleaned upon arrival. Reed later said he agreed with comments made 2 years ago by Colorado head coach and fellow NFL legend Deion Sanders, last the head coach at Jackson State, on the lack of resources at HBCUs. Quote, Prime was not wrong about what he was saying. Reed said online, quote, all HBCUs need help because of the people who's running it. Broken mentalities out here. My guess would be he's trying to say a lot of people might be pocketing some bread, but that's just speculation. At least, much like Deion, he decided to call some folks out. I've got no issues with fires being lit under anybody's asses anywhere. I just don't. Reed was hired by Bethune Cookman's head coach in December. He was previously served as a chief of staff at his alma mater, Miami. Before that, he was the Buffalo Bills defensive backs coach in 2016. Reed is best known for his accomplishments on the field as a player. He was a Super Bowl champion with the Ravens, NFL Defensive Player of the Year in 2004, 5-time first-team All-Pro, 9-time Pro Bowler, member of the NFL 2000s All-Decade Team, and led the NFL in interceptions 3 different seasons. And I can tell you one thing right now that you can say about Ed Reed. Bill Belichick loves Ed Reed. Loved him. And Tom Brady and Peyton Manning absolutely detested having to play Ed Reed. And Ed Reed, this is how calculated Ed Reed was. He'd do something messed up on film against a lesser team just to put it on film so Peyton Manning would see it, and then Peyton would try to exploit it, and Ed Reed would pick him off for doing so. Yes, he would set up Peyton Manning games ahead of playing Peyton Manning. I mean, that is phenomenal. Bethune Cookman, before hiring Reed, was without a head coach since late November when the university decided to part ways with Terry Sims. Sims served as the team's head coach for 7 years, compiling a 38-39 record over that time. His tenure started with a strong 9-2 campaign in 2015, but he was never again able to achieve the heights of his first season at the helm. The Wildcats went 2-0 in both 2021 and 2022, but lost their final 4 games in 2022 leading up to Sims' release. Interesting. I mean, that's not a program that, I'm going to be honest with you, I've really kept up with much. But again, in much the same way as Deion, primetime, we're talking about this university now on this channel. You know, I mean, he lost his mind and went on this big rant, but we're tuning in, and we now have to keep an eye on that program because something wild may end up happening. You tell me what you think. Personally speaking, my feelings don't get hurt that easy. I mean, if he's pissed that the campus is a mess and that it's trash and there's trash everywhere and people need to take responsibility and people need to clean his office and all this shit, you got an NFL legend coming in. I've got no problems with fires being lit. Throw another shrimp on the Barbie, another log on the fire. And, of course, I spent years and years in corporate leadership, so, I mean, you know, flick the flame, throw it, walk off, slow motion action movie style. He did come out and apologize. That's not unexpected in this day and time, I'm sure. But he certainly grabbed a lot of people's attention. I've got no issues with this. None. Tell me what you think, black and white sports fans. I don't agree with a lot of what Ed Reed's got to say. But I ain't got no problems with him lighting fires, and he was sure as hell a crazy great NFL player. One of the best I've ever seen. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.